Hello and welcome to the masterclass Work from Home Being a Social Media Manager. My name is Kristen Meeks. I've been a social media manager for almost 20 years. So in that time, I've been teaching, creating, implementing social media for businesses, small and large, and nonprofits all over the United States. And I'm excited to share with you how to do this successfully and what it really means to be a social media manager and how I've been able to build a six-figure business by using my phone with strategic techniques that I have kind of trial and errored throughout the years to figure out what works best and how to really use that to stop working for somebody else and start working for yourself and be able to see a great return on the investment of not having to work 40 hours a week to really have a full-time job and full-time income replacement being a social media manager. So why, how do I know how to do this? Why do I know how to do this? I was a part of a group that started the first social media management at a small community college in Southeast Ohio. And we immediately saw a huge jump in how we can communicate, how students were able to come in quicker and get registered, and really just saw a huge benefit of using social media quickly. And this again was probably close to 12, 13, 14 years ago. And so, we were able to really see that super quickly. And that way, I was able to, in turn, take those same strategies that we used in higher education and talk to my business friends at the local chamber, business after hours, and things like that, and tell them what they should be doing or just suggest some things they should be doing. And they were able to implement those things pretty quickly and be able to see a return. Or they didn't really understand what I was talking about and wanted me to help them. Or were like, I just want time to do this. And so that's kind of how my business of being a social media manager evolved. I went from, doing it for one type of industry to learning how to duplicate those efforts in other industries, how to train folks to do those things internally within their organization. I even just do a lot of consulting with strategy. And I've been able to set up different revenue streams that have allowed me to continue to build a business, to continue to be in business no matter what the climate is, kind of outside of my four walls here. In 2015, I was named 40 under 40 in the state of West Virginia, and I've been named Entrepreneur of the Year at my local Chamber of Commerce, and have been consistently earning six figures for the last several years. So what does a social media manager do? I think the fine print says that we are the strategy person, we create a lot of the visuals, we publish those things, and once we create them, and then we maintain that communication with followers and people asking questions and messages. And then I think the most important part is that we track what is happening online for an organization. Are people clicking the links? Are people visiting the websites? Are people engaging? And I know that kind of sounds like a lot, but really I break it down to four things. One, we come up with content ideas, for a week, sometimes a month, sometimes a year. I usually work in about 3-month increments and not necessarily come up with all the content ideas for those 3 months within like one day, but I kind of, project and forecast over a 3-month period, just so I know what's coming around the bend and I can start thinking on that and looking for things that are trending and coming up with ideas. It just helps me generate ideas quicker. I create images, and I'm not a graphic designer. I do not have a degree in graphic design. I have a degree in marketing and integrated marketing communications. but I do not have a degree in any kind of graphic design. So I use this effortless program. You may have heard of it before, called Canva. I always say canva.com, super easy to find and use. I use that. So we create images as social media. So I call them social media images. So I use my graphic designer friends for logos and website design and things like that. But some of our social media images that just need to be created quickly, I use a gal that creates images for me, because that is not, even with Canva, something I love to do. And how I've scaled my business is I try to do only things I really love to do. And then we post that content. That's like the most important part. I have a lot of people that are idea people, which is great. I'm an idea person too, but you got the people that actually stay in business and make the money are the follow through people. And so we can create those ideas, we can create those images, but we got to post it and we got to schedule it, because we got to make sure it goes out strategically. And we can't post it all on the same day, 2 minutes apart. We've all seen those people do it. We may be those people that have done it in the past, but we schedule that stuff and we're strategic about when it goes out, and we know when to not have stuff go out and when to have stuff go out. So we're going to learn about all of that too, in becoming a social media manager. And there's a ton of easy programs out there, some of which are free, that allow you to schedule your posts. So you can schedule it and you can forget it until it comes to replying to comments and messages. And then we can set up notifications on our phones and mobile devices that probably never leave our side anyway. And we can be able to respond quickly on the go to comments and messages and take care of our clients' customers. So it's kind of like gray area of where marketing meets customer service. So after listening to that, do you think you have what it takes to become a social media manager? Well, one, can you work from anywhere? So you need to be comfortable using a mobile device. So that's either a phone or a tablet. A laptop and a desktop computer are great too. Some of the free programs I use just work a lot better on those devices. But you don't have to know how to use any of those devices. You don't have to know how to use any kind of software. All of that we will be teaching and showing you the important aspects and the highlights of those programs in the course, How to Become a Social Media Manager. So you don't have to be boggled down with having to know everything about every piece of software, every device that you use. I definitely never use my phone to its full capacity. I know there's lots of other things I could be doing on it, but I know it enough that it's made it easy and simple for me to earn six figures and be able to use it on the go and run a business from my mobile device. Are you ready to get some time back in your life? So you may say, this sounds like I'm going to work 24/7, and not really. I love working in small increments. That has always worked for me. I don't do well sitting for 8 hours at a time. And that definitely was proven to me over the shutdown, where I had more hip issues from sitting all the time than I ever have in my entire life. So I work from different places, maybe the pickup line at my kid's school, getting my hair done and it's processing, I'll grab my phone and get back to a couple people with emails. Sometimes I have to schedule things from the pool that come through, but it's literally 5 or 10 minutes of my time. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. I would love to be out and just having to pull my phone out and do a couple minutes of work and, see that result from it and keep that client happy who pays a monthly fee to work with me and not an hourly fee. So I don't have to exchange dollars for hours anymore. So do not, shy away from the small increments of work, because I really do think that you see a big return on that. And the bottom line is, are you willing to learn? Social media is always changing. So if you're like, I don't even know social media, well, don't worry about it, because if you knew it a year ago, you wouldn't know it now anyway. Be willing to just learn. We have tons of, probably hundreds of hours of video out there that we can consume for free, as well as a ton that I'm giving you within the program. So if you get called from a client who wants you to use Pinterest and you've never used it before, I guarantee you can do a few hours of training and have more knowledge than they do, and the person the next person does on how to really start implementing it, because it's all about the strategy that we talk about in this course than it really is what platform actually is. So what are you going to learn in this course? First, you're going to learn how to set up all the social media platforms that are going to help organizations be able to market, right? Because we know social media, we can use it for friends on friends, but we really want to use it as a marketing tool. So we want to use it as a business, which is a little bit different. So we're going to learn all about that. I'm going to teach you how to find clients and then how to keep them, because both of those are very important. And it's all about the follow-up. It's all about having a simple program that allows you to automate things like invoicing and proposals and questionnaires that make you look like you're working 24/7 when those things are probably going out, hopefully while you're enjoying some time with your friends and family. And we're going to teach you how to look like a graphic designer without being one. If you really do love graphics, you are going to really shine here, because you're going to be able to learn some of these programs and really take off with it. There are several of my social media manager students who have used that as a stream of income, and they create graphics for people. They create graphics for other social media managers who don't want to create graphics. Or if you're like, I don't even know how to create graphics, I'm going to teach you how to do this. And you may be one of those ones that just take off with it. Or it's going to be something that you do to enhance your content marketing skills when it comes to being a social media manager. And it's going to be just fine for what you need. You don't have to look like a graphic designer. And the most important part is how to get paid, how to invoice, how to set proposals. I have tons of templates out there, and a program that I use that when I trialed it, oh gosh, it's probably been 10 years ago, I thought, okay, I'll do the free trial for 15 days. And in those first 15 days, I got paid quicker than I've ever got paid before. And I also made enough money in that first 15 days to literally pay for the program for years to come. So it was well worth it to set all of this up, which I'm going to teach you how to do, and have it all automate out. So then you can go and enjoy things that you like to enjoy and also make money while doing that. So you absolutely can do this. Anyone can do this. And there is support. So first off, there's hundreds of free items out there. There's so many things that I send your way that you can sign up for, you can watch, you can be a part of, that'll allow you to stay in front of all the marketing there is out there. And that will make you 10 times more knowledgeable about the marketing field than the next person, as well as any of the clients you have. There are programs like National Days of the Week that are simple to start with, that you can say, okay, I'm going to look up some National Days of the Week and I'm going to start creating those posts for clients. Maybe I'm going to look up healthcare days of the week. Nationaldaycalendar.com is a great free resource out there that will help you with that first step of becoming a social media manager, which is creating ideas on what to post. You can start small. You can offer a free review. You can offer an audit for a certain price point. And then with the both of those, that will give you things that you can also upsell, which you could say, oh, with this review, I found this, this, and this. I can implement this for you. I can correct this for you. I can help you with this for this price, and this price. And then that is where that kind of snowballs there. People will pay for designs within Canva. Like I mentioned, I'm paying right now for designs, a few a month, so I don't have to do them, and that I can free up my time to do the things that I really love. So if you love Canva, you can absolutely make money creating designs as part of one of your income streams of becoming a social media manager. I have ongoing trainings that are available in the Facebook group, as well as I've been emailing them to students, and people are really responding well to them. I also add them into the training after once I do them. I usually post 1 or 2 a month of new trainings, just depending on how quickly social media updates. They said tend to all update at the same time, and then I'm kind of catching up for a couple months. And then you have one-on-one support from me. So within this program, you can absolutely contact me 24/7. I will do my best to get back to you as quick as possible and answer questions for you. And in return, I give you guys opportunities to be the first to know about things in my program. So I just launched a referral program, like a preferred social media manager list, because as soon as I launched this program, I had just as many students reaching out to me as I did businesses. Like, hey, if you know somebody, please, send them my way. And so I have started that with all of my students that they can sign up to become a preferred vendor with me, and they can choose who they want to work with. And then anytime I get a request, I send their name and contact information, and then they can pursue that one-on-one client. So if you're ready for financial freedom, then let's talk about next steps. So first off, what financial freedom for you might be providing for your family, paying for dance lessons, paying off credit cards, paying bills. And you can do this. You can check those payments off by working from home on your phone a couple hours a day, and really automating the rest of it, and stopping that having to get paid for every hour you're accounted for. Most of us can work faster, especially if we're like myself. I've been doing this for so long. I can work faster than a person wanting to pay me to do something. And so why should I have to get paid by the hour when I can get more paid by the service or the package that I present, that allows them to, make sure and have that peace of mind that their social media and their marketing efforts are being taken care of, no matter what time or how many hours I have put in. And you don't have to just hear it from me. Here are just some of the testimonials I've gotten, and even more in just the last few days that I need to switch out from here. People are so excited to get started. They want to ask me about other programs like social media ads, and absolutely, somebody that just is wanting to not really know what they want to do, but she's a lifelong learner. Again, just putting yourself out there. I just wanted to show you, by putting yourself out there, people will say, would you be willing to, help us out here? Is this something for, members? Is this something for somebody else? People are constantly going to be asking you questions, and my students, from just putting it out there that this is what they want to do next, whether it's a side gig or a full-time, they have gotten such positive responses. And that's why I try to tell people, I get very little negative response when I started my business. And that was 13 years ago, when people were like, what in the world is social media? And it's a fad and it's going to go away. And, you need to figure out something else. I had very few people be negative about this. More people were intrigued that I was willing to take it on. And even as I update my website, which I do pretty regularly, I sent out an email this week that said, hey, I updated my website. And I got so many great positive feedback. And I got people that wanted to sit down and talk more about what I can offer them and how I can help them. And so it's all about putting yourself out there. And I think with some support and confidence, you too can do this. And if you're ready to get started, I have an awesome offer for you today. You can use this QR code that'll take you directly there. Of course, you can always DM me if you can't find this link anywhere else. The full price is actually on my website. So if you're listening to this right now, you want to either check your email here in a few and get this link, or use the QR code to get the link. And what you will get with this program, it is a 6-module program that has like 14 plus lessons, 12 plus trainings that are just geared towards growing your social media presence, figuring out which direction that your social media business can go in, how you can create different revenue streams in order to be successful in the marketing world. Of course, there's a welcome and an overview. I have a Facebook group that is just made up of other social media managers. I give you a step-by-step guide with video and templates that will allow you to continue this business for years. Also, bonus information, bonus trainings, any kind of tips and tricks that I find, and so much more. And it's constantly changing and constantly being updated. So I'm thinking this is around a $1,500 value, but I have it marked down for this month for $297, and the full course is already released, and you will get that immediately once you purchase. I also even have a payment plan that you can do. So do not let the payments hold the price hold you back. I have a 6-month payment plan that makes it very affordable for anyone who is wanting to take that next step. So I hope to see you soon in the social media manager course. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me at any time. And I am more than willing to answer your questions and sit down and talk you through this process of becoming a successful social media manager.